See, this is what happens. Don't look at my skirt. We had to pin it. Okay. All right, this is all over the place. I'm definitely gonna need those monitors, friends. Thank you so much. Okay, we're starting off the hour with clean beauty brand Nakery. Now, I've been begging and pleading to have their brand new foundation. This is an all-in-one. This is your skincare. This is your concealer. This is your primer. This is your foundation. This is your powder. This is your all-in-one treatment that's also gonna give you buildable full coverage that actually makes your lines, your wrinkles, and your pores look erased. And when I erased, I mean they look fuller and plumper and smoother and softer. You get a brighter, flawless finish to your skin. You're seeing medium, that's the shade that I wear. This is all that I took on my vacation with me. Take it down to your neck and your décolleté. If you have imperfections, we're gonna smooth and cover it out. But it's color adapting technology that's flexible with you. So it's one shade. You either fall into the light category, which I have less than 500 of you that can get the light. That is it until we see this back around the holidays. Medium and then deep is also very limited. It adapts in multiple different ways to your skin, so you no longer do you have to buy multiple foundations for different skin tones throughout the year. Let's bring in Liz Folse. She's the creator, the founder of Nakery Beauty. And Liz, you're gonna have to help me out. I'm like having withdrawals from Napa Valley over here.
Well, I can't believe we haven't had, I mean, I know it just launched, but we haven't had a chance to even get it on your show, which is amazing. And I love the fact that you were saying that like—
That's all I wore.
All that you wore,
yeah.
And you were sweating somewhere, I forgot where, and it stayed put. Okay, here's what you're gonna love. All of you said, Liz, make a foundation. I didn't wanna make a foundation until this new technology was out. So what makes it so unique is it's a full coverage foundation without looking cakey, which is very difficult to do, but we did something different. What we did, and Christine's gonna be wiping it off while I'm chatting, but she has a little bit of rosacea, sunspots, a few dark spots. So I wanna show you how easy it is. You put it on with your fingers, you don't need to be a makeup artist, you don't need to use a brush, don't need to use a sponge, but you can see the sunspots. You can see, obviously, the redness. Don't use a primer, because we did something really different. We didn't just dump in full coverage. A lot of brands will just like put the full coverage in, and that's where you get the cakiness. We did it the opposite way. We put in Blur optical diffusers first. So while you're putting it on, you're gonna say, what happened to my pores? What happened to my lines and wrinkles? This is definitely for those of you over 50 that are saying, Liz, when I wear foundation, especially full coverage, I look 105. That's what you say to me. I hear you, decades older. Look at her skin. So then we went in with the Blur Color Adapt technology. So while you were probably watching her put this on, you're probably like, ooh, that looks a little too dark. No, there's no line of demarcation. It blends perfectly. So whether you're like Christina medium, it covers 20 skin tones. Wow. Whether you're like myself, medium, covers 20 skin tones. Whether you're a light, covers 20 skin tones. That was it, boom. But look at the full coverage without settling into the lines, without making the pores look larger, and you're completely done. So if you're the person that's 25, do you need this technology? No, probably not. But what you're gonna love if you're in the over 50 club is that if you have large pores, if you have deep wrinkles, you can now have full coverage and not worry about looking decades older, because that's usually what happens with full coverage. So while you're putting it on, again, you're gonna love the fact shares in the deep. And remember, the deep covers 20 skin tones, and I know this one is also almost sold out, but look at her skin in the before. It is your foundation, it's your concealer, it is for dark circles, it is if you have large pores, whatever the case may be, it is a game changer.
And look at the finish. Look at how it looks like skincare, but so much better. One of the things I love so much is the ease of application. I didn't have to take any makeup brushes with me. I literally put this on like I'm putting on a moisturizer, and at first glance, and I'll show this because you can just like massage it into your skin. At first glance, you're gonna look at this and you're gonna say, Valerie, that is not your shade. But because it has that color adapting technology, because it blurs out the lines, the imperfections, because it has that buildable finish, you don't have to layer on concealer and primer and foundation and then maybe a contour. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. This is the medium. Don't blink, because as soon as you blink, you miss the fact that it instantaneously adapts perfectly to the shade that covers up the spots and the veins and the redness and the broken capillaries while it plumps out the lines and wrinkles. And I put it on with my fingers. These are the best tools that you have. You've already got them. And it gives you that gorgeous skin-like finish. You don't see that drying or cakiness. I don't have to add powder. I don't have to set it. I don't have to spray it, nothing. It's one and done. And because it's skincare infused with squalane and niacinamide and clean beauty, you could even sleep in this. In fact, I would say say sleep in this before you slept with no skincare on your face. All you do is choose whether you want the light, the medium, or the deep. If you want the light, that one's gonna sell out. If you have imperfections, if you have the dark spots, if you have the age spots, if you have things that you look at your skin, you're like, I need makeup, but I don't wanna look like I'm wearing makeup. And I certainly don't want makeup that's gonna be toxic for my skin. This is $9.98 to try it. I've yet to be able to have it in the show. It's all I wore last week on vacation. Whether I was sweating in a cycling studio, whether I was out in the sun with my friends, whether it was at the, wine country and wine tasting, whether, it doesn't matter. Dinner, and you put under the eyes, Liz, you don't even need a concealer.
And brought 2 or 3 bottles of foundation, you're like, Liz, in the summer I'm this, the winter I'm this, but I have a yellow undertone. With all of that, you don't have to worry. This will be your year-round foundation. You will absolutely love how it changes your skin. So I want to quickly show you on Barbara, who's wearing the light. So light covers 20 skin tones. All you have to choose, light, medium, or deep. That's it. So you're not choosing between 50 different shades. So whether you're like Barbara, light, and again, if you're a little bit lighter than Barbara, a little bit darker than Barbara, know that light will be for you because it covers 20 skin tones. So we were talking earlier about lines and wrinkles. We were talking earlier about sagging skin. We're talking about age spots. You put this on, and again, we did something opposite. We started with the blur, the optical spheres, that blur out your imperfections first. So the lines and wrinkles with the peptides and arginine, the niacinamide with the discoloration, but look at her skin. So then we went in with the pigments that color adapt to your skin tone. So very different than a typical full coverage foundation, but look at her skin. Look at the redness in the before.
But she doesn't look like she's wearing foundation in the after. Her skin looks like she's had, honestly, a professional makeup artist come in and give her, that's why the celebrities love this kind of finish, because it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, but she doesn't have to do a primer, no concealer, no powder, no contour. She doesn't have to start with adding every step of skincare. This is your skincare.
It is, so don't use a primer, don't use it, I mean, you can if you really want to, but when you first get this home, I'd rather you just wash your face and put this on. That's as simple as it is. All you're gonna choose is light, medium, and deep. I'm gonna show you on Galena. See, that took me But look at her skin. So if you're like Galena and you're saying, I've got wrinkles, I have large pores, I have redness, I have discoloration, look at her skin. Because you can wear full coverage without the cakiness, without the heaviness. Because of the arginine, the peptides that are inside of here, you're actually smoothing out the lines and wrinkles while you're wearing it. So I don't know if we could pull up her before, but her skin looks like glass. So again, if you're in the over 50 club and you're saying, what shade should I use? What are my issues? Lines and wrinkles, large pores. You don't have to worry with this.
Okay, let's show the shade chart. We have Galena. You can see how beautiful she looks. Light is me, Helen, and Natasha. I'm gonna be honest, I'm wearing medium because it color adapts and I'm a little bit more glotiony this time of year. Medium can go Nicole, Tina, and Amy. Deep, Tamra, Marlo, and Debbie, some of your favorite hosts, recognizing their different shades. You cannot get it wrong because of the color adapt technology. I'm telling you, you're gonna put this on your skin and the moment you're gonna look at it, you're like, that's not my shade. When you walk into a counter, have you ever seen how many shades there are? There's 2N, 14C, 65N. It's like, what shade am I? That's that smart technology. One product that does more than one, like benefit, from skincare to primer to concealing to foundation to powder. Plus, you don't have to choose a shade for summer and for winter and for spring. You put it on, it's $9.98 to get it home. It's on free shipping and handling. Now 38,500 have been picked up. You are the final individuals to be able to see it in light. So if you want light, light is gonna sell out. Deep is also very limited. Medium is what I put on, it's what Galena had on, it's what Liz wears. If you're not sure your shade and you don't find yourself going towards the light or the deep, go medium. That's all you have to think about. And I love so much, Liz, that the ease of putting this on, I literally put it on my fingers and I could do this in the dark, in a hotel room, in the airport, and I look alive again. I don't look sallow. And let me tell you, drinking in the high elevation and hiking and doing all the things, like I needed that brightness and that radiance, but I have large pores. I have lines and wrinkles, like the nose to mouth ones and around the eyes. This fixes it all.
It does, and I love what you were saying earlier about this is just like you're putting on a moisturizer. That's it. that's it. You just put it on like even with your eyes closed. So quickly I want to show you. Christine's wearing the medium. And again, remember, there's three shades, light, medium, or deep. Medium covers 20 different skin tones. So she's got a little bit of sunspots, a little bit of discoloration, and rosacea. Now you're watching her put it on going, ooh, that was a little too dark for you, Christine. I don't think it's going to match. Watch this. So the blur and color adapt. So we went in with the optical spheres that blur the large pores, blur your wrinkles, and fill them in with the peptides and arginine as well. But then we went in with the color adapt. So whether you're a little bit darker, a little bit lighter than Christine, you would wear the medium. But look at her skin. She just did it for you. And I think it took, I didn't count, but I want to say like 5 seconds. Look at her before. So if you're like Christine, a lot of sunspots, a lot of discoloration, a lot of redness, a lot of things that you have to cover up, but you cannot wear a full coverage because it makes you look older. That's why I created this, because in our focus group, so many of you said, Liz, I'm wearing 3 different shades. I've got a light, I've got a yellow, I've got a pink, I've got one for the winter, one for the summer. This, don't think about it. Just put on your moisturizer. You could even do that. You could put this on with your eyes closed. That's how easy it is. You're just gonna choose light, medium, or deep.
And I'm gonna show that to you on my hand, and then I'm gonna show you something that is gonna blow your mind about this color adapting technology. So I can be the light, I can also be the medium, and then here's the deep. One thing that I wanna mention to you is you can't get it wrong. I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna actually take off the majority of it because you don't need much. I have 3 shades there. Watch this, you guys. Watch, 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 watch. This is the magic of that color adapting technology. You cannot get it wrong. It is going to figure out what is going to blur the imperfections, cover up that darkness, that ruddiness, that sallowness. Maybe it is the age spots, maybe it's the broken capillaries. It becomes your concealer. So if you have darkness under the eyes, it becomes your skincare. I have rosacea. This is why that I love this so much, because rosacea is actually really hard to cover without putting on something that's super heavy and super feels like you're wearing a mask on your skin, right? Look at taking it down to the neck and décolleté. You don't wanna have that line of demarcation. Go ahead and put this on your neck and décolleté. Why? It is skincare. Niacinamide, arginine, squalene, and everything that brightens and smooths and plumps up the lines and wrinkles. If you're in the ordering process, we see you. My producer's advising me to let you know that we are so busy that if you wanna jump to the front of the line, you can use the QR code on your screen. I also wanna remind you, for those of you shopping with us for maybe the first time, you have 30 days to try anything out here at the network. You still get 30 days to try this out, and everyone gets flex pay. So under $10 gets it home, free shipping and handling. And if you think, hey, I got the light, darn it, I should have gotten the medium, right? You can actually exchange that. Exchange it for free. We will pay for that, for you to send it back and us to send you a different shade at no cost to you. So I'm excited to be able to share this with you. It's our final quantity. You can see now 38,000 now. 700, 800 we're closing in on. We only have a few more minutes. You have nothing to lose by trying it. Imagine getting rid of all those foundations. And Liz, you mentioned it. The summer one, the winter one, the one for the pink undertones, right, the one for the yellow undertones, one concealer, one foundation, one bronzer. Like, this gives you that flawless, perfected looking skin every single day.
Exactly. And I want to quickly, is light almost gone, or is it gone?
It's almost gone.
I'm going to show you anyway.
Okay.
So I want to show you on Barbara, because if you're the light, know that it covers 20 skin tones. If you're the medium like myself and Valerie, 20 skin tones. So whether you're a little bit lighter than Barbara, a little bit darker, you would definitely go with the light. But what I love, and what you're going to love, is that you're finally going to be able to wear a full coverage foundation that doesn't make you look older. And that was the biggest problem in our focus group, was the fact that everybody was not only bringing 2 or 3 bottles of foundation, mixing, doing all these different tricks. It was fascinating to watch, like a little scientist, but they hated the fact that it made them look older. This is the opposite. You're not gonna have it settle into lines in the pores, because we did something very different. We went in with the optical spheres that blur your imperfections, large pores, lines, and wrinkles. Then we went in with the color adapt technology, which is the full coverage. But look at her skin. So again, Barbara's wearing the light, which I think we still have.
We don't have a whole lot. If you want the light, if you have similar skin tone to Barbara, grab the light. Okay, we only have a couple hundred left in the light, and we have hundreds of you placing your order. Remember, it gives you that perfected, gorgeous finish to your skin. It feels like second skin. It's a lightweight mousse, but buildable coverage. You can wear as little or as much as you want, and it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. It doesn't look like you're wearing foundation. foundation. I know we're gonna show just a few more.
Yes, just Christine.
Okay, Christine's
really
coming up next, and Christine's in the medium.
Yes.
So Christine
yes.
wears the medium, I've got the medium on, you have the medium
Yes.
on, and we all have different issues, right? Different challenges with our skin.
Right, and so she's got sunspots. You can definitely see the sunspots and the rosacea. So watch this. Putting it on with her fingers, not a brush, not anything else, and just put it on clean skin. There are no, and please use it as your concealer. Don't forget to use that. Full coverage. No cakiness, and look at her skin. It looks like glass. Boom,
she
done.
doesn't need makeup brushes, makeup sponges.
No.
You just apply it like you're applying a moisturizer because it doesn't have any line of demarcation and it adapts. Maybe your cheeks are a little bit darker than your forehead. It actually makes it look all even and down to your neck.
And yeah, usually are different colors. You can take it all the way down, but look at her skin.
Okay.
And that's a medium.
Under $10 to get it home, to try it, 3 interest-free credit card payments. Save for my show because I've been begging for it. Last quantity, final quantity in the light and the deep. The rest of you can pick up medium, which I think if you're in between and you're not sure, go medium. I promise you will not be disappointed. Now over 38,000, we're gonna cross over 39,000 of that incredible foundation, which is not a foundation. It's like skincare. It's like skincare perfector. It's incredible and you're gonna love it. Okay, also too,